What up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to another live stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here once again. So happy Wednesday, y'all. It's Wednesday already. Shout out to you guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. 1 in the chat. Want to make sure that the audio is good. 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me perfectly fine. We gonna hop right into this, y'all. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long today. But yeah, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, and make sure you hit the like button as you come into the building, y'all. Make sure y'all are hitting the like button as you come into the building. All right. Shout out to everybody watching, everybody who supports the channel, everybody in the building. I appreciate you guys. Put a 1 in the chat. What's going on, Ali? How are you? Thanks. Shout out to you for being here. When are you coming back? When do y'all want me back? And I will be there. I'm giving you my word. So let me know. Hit me up in the DMs and on Instagram. And I'm definitely coming back. Let me know what day y'all want me on there, and I'm there. All right. So yeah, I'll definitely be there, Ali. Shout out to XYZ in the building. Child, your name just for JJ. Lord have mercy. Why would you? That name is funny. What is it? I'm so delightful. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. Ryan Wedlow, XYZ Divine Photos, I think I'm saying that right. Lorenzo Redmond. Tomorrow. All right. Ali, that's cool. Let me know the time in my Instagram DMs. Mauricio 91. Shout out to y'all. Happy Wednesday, y'all. So listen, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long today, but I want to get into some topics. Speaking of Ali, I'm gonna be covering one of their lives. Y'all, yeah, they definitely been killing it over there on Team Fatty and Ilkan Ali. They definitely been rocking, y'all. They've been having some great content. If you have not subscribed to their channel, go over and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have already subscribed, but if you haven't, go subscribe. They have a lot of great content. Check them out if you haven't already. I'll try to put the link to this particular live stream in the description so you guys can check it out. If I haven't put it in there yet, I will put it in there. But shout out to them. They're doing their thing over there. So make sure you are supporting if you haven't already. All right. Shout out to Mr. Lawrence. And what's going on? The Ruckus. I think I said that right. Shout out to you. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this particular live stream. Once again, this is coming from Ali and Fatty's channel, because listen, they've been having some good content, and I definitely want to give my 2 cents on it, because there's a lot that's going on, and I definitely have, a perspective. So I want to hear what you guys have to say. The title of this stream is Women Value Men Based on How Many Women They Can Attract. I want to know if y'all agree with that or disagree. Plus, a man wants a rich woman, which, child, we're going to play that as well. But we're going to hop right into the stream. Make sure you hit the like button on your way in. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. So make sure you do that as well. Also, hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. That is super, super important. And hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can support via Super Chat or Cash App. Make sure you are doing that as well. That definitely helps the channel to grow also. So make sure you guys are doing that. So we're going to go ahead and get into this first clip. And I definitely want to hear your thoughts on it.
And I wouldn't tell if my friend, I've had situations where my friends, first off, I'm not trying to flex or anything, but I have Melanin's my friend. So my friends can get who they need to get, to be honest. I don't have friends who can't, if they want a guy, and people can come for me. The women that I surround myself with, they can get these guys. It's not like I would have to discourage her, like, girl, you would never get with somebody like that. Now, with that said, if we're talking about looks.
What does that mean? You mean bust down, right? You mean they can get bust down?
No. If we're talking about, I mean quality women.
They get married to these guys?
women aren't. They're not my friends. Are
No, I'm asking you, not Pop, real quick. Are they getting bust down or are they getting married to these guys?
And I'm answering you. None of my friends are bust downs. They're high quality women. They
All
meet
of them?
Are they married?
Napa, you walking yourself into a bad.
You're asking
Yeah, you're not being honest
They
with
think every woman is a bust down. Okay,
So
every
no,
woman is a
Come
whore.
on.
I don't
You
know.
see,
So just know that. Don't even try to defend your friends.
no,
Look, I will say this. I think, you know, a lot of women, of course, I don't think that every woman is a bust down, but I think a lot of them are. If we're going to really be honest, I think a lot of them are. And they, of course, they don't want you to think that they are. You know, some women have a little shame in their game. They don't really want to put themselves out there. They don't really want you to know that they're a bust down. And of course, when you have a group of girlfriends, you don't want to put your girlfriends out there. Remember, there's a sister code. There's a sisterhood, what I call the Bonnet Crew sisterhood. They stick together no matter what. And, you know, even in situations where you know your girlfriend is down bad and she's, because a lot of times they're doing it together. I'm not saying this is all women, but a lot of them play these games. And once again, you know, I've seen too much of it. I know it's out there, and it's hard to distinguish, you know, who's telling the truth and who's not, because a lot of these women play games. And I know with these girl groups and these friend groups, a lot of these women are be cheating on their men. Child, and you know, her girlfriend gonna cover for her. They cover for each other. They lie for each other. They're not gonna expose each other because they gonna do what they want to do, and then they're gonna pretend like, oh, we don't do those sort of things. But I know a lot of women who do. So you know, it's not weird for men to, knowing the nature of women and hearing what women say and how they manipulate men. It is not you know, it's understandable to me for men to assume that a lot of these women are bust downs. I'm just saying it doesn't mean that every woman is. I don't think that every woman is, but that's a lot of them are, because women have a you know, a mindset of, hey, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and there's whatever, and they don't believe in consequences, or, you know, there's no shame in their game. They're gonna do what they want to do regardless, no matter what the situation is. So, you know, there are a lot of women who are, and when we have this situation where women are empowered to do this and be this way, child, anything goes. So this is why I say be mindful of these girl strips that a lot of these women take, because it really be going down on those girl strips. I'm just saying. And once again, for the people in the back, I'm not saying that everybody that goes to girl trip is doing this, but a lot of them are. We can't exclude those. You gotta have an open mind and understand that a lot of these women have exposed themselves. They're not perfect. They're doing whatever they want to do in the name of empowerment. So you have to be skeptical about this. You have to be open-minded to it, and with the understanding that, hey, this might be every woman, but I gotta, until I know for sure, I gotta assume in a way that, you know, something could be happening, and you have to really keep your eyes open and pay attention. You can't be oblivious or blind to the nature of women. This is how a lot of men have gotten their feelings hurt. This is how a lot of men have been in serious relationships, marriages, all of these things, and they've been taken to the cleaners. They've been messed over, and they've been hurt. To me, I think a reason why a lot of the manosphere and the red pill and all that stuff is so huge, because a lot of men relate to being hurt by a woman that they care for. So it's either made them bitter, you know, and now they're focusing more on themselves because they have given themselves to a woman that they cared about and she did them dirty. So now that's what you learn from your mistakes, and now you're like, okay, nah, I'm never going down that path again. This is why a lot of men who have been married before say they're not doing it no more. They're not doing it because it was such a horrible experience. These women left them. And we know majority of women are the ones who leave the relationships. So these women left them, did them dirty, cheated with their best friends. I've heard all the stories. So this is why these men are moving differently. They didn't just wake up one day and say, oh, all these women are trash. No, they have the experiences behind why they think the way they think. And I don't think women, they don't want to focus on that because it paint the women in a bad light. You don't want to see your faults and how, you know, ratchet you could be, even though you know you are. you just want to keep focusing on the men to take the attention off of you. No, we got to bring the attention to the women. That's why I speak the way I speak, because I know how a lot of these women get down. And so when you have a bunch of girlfriends, they be going on them trips, cheating, doing all kinds of stuff, covering for each other. And then, of course, they're going to come back and say, oh, well, you know, my girlfriends, we don't do that, child. We already know it's not always what it seems. You could look like this wholesome person and you don't do these things. And you could be a classy hoe. There's a such thing as a classy hoe. So you could be a classy hoe, but you still a hoe. I'm just saying. So it is what it is. So men aren't, far-fetched to think that a lot of women move this way, because they are, they're privy to the nature of women now. They're not oblivious to it. So they see y'all for what you are, who you could be, what you would maybe. If you're not that way, you're not that way. But until they know for sure, they have the right to be skeptical, in my opinion. Let's continue.
Let her. No. She's a grown up, like you said. She doesn't need defense, right? All your friends, all of them, like there's not two hoes, like there's not two women that like all of them.
Napa.
The pie. It's the pie. I had to learn.
I was in mid. You could, if you would have let me finish. I'm gonna
go ahead and finish your thoughts, and then tell me something.
None of my friends need to be discouraged if there is a high value man that they're interested in being in a relationship with. The first thing is I don't have to tell them, girl, you're not going to be able to get that high value guy here. He's out of your league. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't have any friends around me.
Wait a second.
Are you saying friends? No, are you saying friends? Are you saying women that are, I don't talk to people. Listen, hear me all the way out. If it's a woman who I'm acquainted with, I don't care who she dates. I'm not going to tell her, oh, you shouldn't be with this guy. You shouldn't be with that guy. If you're talking about people that I feel close to, none of my people that I'm close to can't get the guy that they'd be interested in.
Yeah, but the second part of the question, and
by the way, they wouldn't go. And none of my friends pursue men. So period. Pursue them.
So before Tommy goes, answer the second part of the question. You said, are they being married? You said none of my friends are bust down. All of your friends are married to the men that they want? All of them?
No, that's
because they're not married. They got to be bust down.
That wasn't the question. You said, would you discourage your friend from trying to get a guy that she might be out of her league? I thought,
ma'am, do you know how we know most are bust downs? I just had a conversation with someone a while ago before I came on here, and when they say they don't pursue men, they only deal with who pursue them, and they never end up with no ring or with no man. Those are bust downs. They only deal with the guy who pursues them. He busts her down, and then he never wife her. She go, I'm valuable because I got smashed by this guy. This is the caliber man I deserve for the rest of her life, and she just keeps getting smashed.
That wasn't your question, by the way.
That was. I said, are your friends married or bust?
You just friend.
You just Napa. You said you wouldn't even tell your friends. Napa, you said you wouldn't even discourage your friends. You're telling them they can get who they want.
What? Okay, you asked me the initial question. Would you discourage your friend if she was interested in a guy that you think
Pierre,
a high value guy, right?
Yes,
Are we talking about just because I don't know all these people?
Yes, and you.
I said I don't have friends that I would have to discourage if they were interested in a high value guy, because high value men are interested in my friends. That's what I'm imparting, the information that I'm trying to.
And I asked you, what are they interested for? To bust them down or put a ring on their finger?
Okay, and then I said none of my friends are bust downs.
But are they married?
Not all my friends are married. So wait, let me ask you before you jump in. So if you're not married, you're a bust down?
No, you said
I don't really know that.
No. You said all your friends can get high value men. You're saying they can get them, and they're pursued by them. But if they're not keeping the men, it means they're on rotation. They're getting run through by these high value men.
Okay, so what is a bust down? Somebody who just
a bust down means that I'm having sex with you with no commitment. No, you are my girlfriend. No, you are my wife. And then I pass you around. Like
pass around? No, I don't have any friends who are pass arounds.
Okay, so this is.
I don't.
Nobody's having casual sex.
Why is that making you upset?
No.
Well, then I guess what Ali and Fatty is saying is if they have the interest of these high value men, why aren't the men taking them seriously? I think women play dumb sometimes. I think they know you play dumb. Come on, I know what women do. So women play dumb when they don't really want to answer the question realistically. So they're saying a bust down is when if you do get the attention of these so-called high value men, are these men taking them seriously, or are they just bust downs, meaning they're just having fun with them? They're fun girls. Y'all just hanging out, y'all kicking it, y'all have a good time, y'all sleeping together, all that kind of stuff. That's just a fun. You're just a fun girl, and a lot of women take that as they get attention from these high value men. Oh, these men are in their DMs. Oh, these men are in their circle. Oh, they could get these men, but you're not really getting them for serious committed relationships. That's all. That's how I interpret it. That you're able to be around these men. You can sleep with them, and if you feel good about sleeping with a man because he's considered high value, then there's something wrong with you, in my opinion. Because I mean, you still will be considered what they're saying a bust down. You're not special. He's not taking you seriously for marriage, commitment, and want to be with you and build something with you and have a family and give you his last name. These men ain't trying to do that. And so a lot of women mistake that for being, the idea that they're special. Like, oh my God, I slept with a celebrity. Oh my God, I got this man. Oh, girl, here I got Lil Wayne, and I got this one and that one in my DMs. And girl, I be on the boats, and I be on the yachts, and I be in the parties. And that don't mean a goddamn thing. That means you will pass around a bust down, like they're saying. That means you're a fun girl. You there for the fun. It's fun for you at the moment. When the fun is over, they ship you off back home. You go back home. Unless they want to keep you in rotation. If you're one of the lucky ones in their mind to be in rotation, that's all that means. That's nothing special, not in my opinion. I don't think that that's special. You are what they would consider a bust down. That's not the words I use, but that's what they're saying. You a bust down if these men aren't taking you seriously. They're not trying to really court you and date you and possibly build a relationship with you. Then that's all you are. And a lot of women like to play dumb, like they don't know what that is, but they do. But they look at that as a flex. Let's be real. A lot of women look at being able to be around celebrities and even sleep with them. They look at that as a flex. Once again, goes back to the title. Women value men based on how many women they can attract or how many women they could get. We've heard women clearly, blatantly say, hey, I don't want a nigga who can't get bitches. This is what they say. I don't want a nigga who can't. Why would I want a nigga who can't get bitches? I've heard them literally say it like that. So they run behind the type of guys that will get the attention from all the women. And so this is why you find a lot of women chasing those same dudes, trying to, I don't know, one think they're better than the other, or you just want to be in the rotation. I don't know if because obviously I would think that if this is somebody that you're attracted to or somebody that you think is high value, that you would possibly want a serious relationship with him if you could get it. I mean, sure. I think a lot of these women would love to be in a relationship with these men that they might be attracted to, who are considered high value. Sure. But so I don't know if they're doing it thinking that's a possibility, or if they're just doing it just to be around him for clout, or if they think that, that's just cool and that's a flex that they can brag about. So it could be either or, but either way, you're still just a bust down. They're not looking at you as something serious. That's why they rotate y'all out. This rotation is here. When they get tired of y'all, they get a new set of girls coming in who probably a little younger, more attractive, and they just keep doing that. And they can do it because there are always women waiting to be in rotation because they deem these men the prize, and these men are high value, and they want to be in their presence. That's just what it is, in my opinion. So I mean, it is not a flex. It's not a flex to me. I don't think so. Let's continue.
It's not about it. We believe you. We actually believe you.
We believe you. I was just laughing at inside joke with that.
No, because it's funny. It's funny. Let me say this. I actually said none of my friends. You're asking me, about you. If I ask you about your friends, I'm not gonna go, you're lying. If I say none of my friends are bust downs or pass arounds, why is that like incredible? Why is that hard for you to believe?
Because y'all literally say we love hoes and we're not married and we can't control our D. So who are we controlling our D? Not controlling our D. I didn't say that about men. So men don't love sex.
Women and men love sex.
Are most men trying to get sex or marriage?
Men are wired to pursue women for sex.
Are most men getting marriages or sex right now?
Sex.
It depends on who they're getting. Listen, you said, listen to me.
I'm listening.
You literally say you're the one that controls the sex. So it depends on who's controlling the sex that you're getting. That you are going to.
Are women getting married in a par? Most of these women getting married, or are they getting sex? Are they having sex?
Most
Are they
of these
sexually
women are
liberated?
getting sex.
So what are they? Wives or bust downs?
Are we talking about women that aren't my friends?
Most women.
Most women.
Most women are having sex. Yeah.
So are they getting bust down?
So they bust down.
But that wasn't
Except for your
question.
friends. Only your friends not getting bust down.
No,
Everybody
but
and my friends too, and Tommy friends. So Tommy, go ahead, please.
Whatever.
It's a
Oh.
funny dynamic.
Hello, Tommy. How are you?
Well, how are you? Women confuse their ability to get men's penis hard to believe that that's the type of man they can get. If you look at it this way, when you're talking about Halle Berry versus whatever man you want to talk about, high value man, it's hard for you to just get the fuck Halle Berry, but it's easy for any random chick to get the fuck a millionaire.
Right.
He'll fuck a random chick.
Yeah.
We will. I fuck bitches that barely got a place to stay. It don't matter to me. That's the easiest pussy to get. There's fish in barrels, and I will take the fish out the barrel. Now, that being said, we listen to when someone says, well, a high value man. A high value, listen to the wording of it. As he was talking about, women will chase the guy that other women want.
Right.
Hence, his value is what? High. That's how we value other things. When you have a high value PlayStation 6, everybody stands in line to get that PlayStation. You couldn't call it high value, and nobody wanted to be there, and nobody wanted to compete. The Super Bowl ring is high value. You got one, people like, ooh, you got a Super Bowl ring. And 32 damn teams compete with that, and a gang of niggas trying to get that ring. So if ever a woman tells you they like high value men, they prop high value men up, but say they don't compete with other women, that is a complete lie. That is the purpose of him being a high value man. You are competing with other women. Let me give you a perfect example. When the WNBA come into town, ain't a gang of niggas trying to get with Angel Reese. But when the NBA come into town for the All-Star game, it is literally flooded with hoes trying to fuck 12 to 24 niggas.
That is true.
They know these niggas is fucking. Let me tell you what happened when I would go to the VIP. Got videos of it. Be putting them on Fazly. Y'all can go see them. Gang of chicks and me and 5 niggas. 5 women that other niggas say they would marry. I remember one nigga was like, do you slept with that girl? Yes. Man, I would marry that girl. I'd drink her bath water.
No.
And you like, go by skeeter in her face.
Oh.
So when he's talking about bust downs, he's right. You know how many girls I've watched a girl who had a threesome with me tell a dude online, I don't have no one night stands. And I was up there giggling. I was like, you done told this nigga that because he ain't got no money. You done told these niggas that because you can decipher who you tell what lie to. I don't have no one night stand. I don't do that. Well, no, you do it for who you want to do it for. Yeah. And it's that guy who can get other chicks. And I'll land with this.
Before he land with this, he's absolutely right, y'all. And I think this is part of the problem. I think a lot of women just don't want to keep it honest. You know what the truth is. They just hate to say it. And if you don't want to be honest about what it is, just don't fight it. Don't bring up points that you can't really back up or substantiate. Just leave that alone. Leave it alone. Let it go that way. Because if you know what it is, you can't argue it. But I think, and men don't believe the lies that these women are telling, because now they know that y'all lie. They know that y'all been lying. And now, the truth is out. You can't, how they say, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. It's out. So just be honest about it and keep it moving. Stop trying, you when they ask these questions, you teeter-tottering around the truth, just be honest. That's it. Honesty is the best policy. Just tell the truth and move on. Shame the devil. Stop trying to hold this standard that y'all know is really not there. But because it's showing in the type of men that you deal with, and the reason why you can't get the type of man that you want for real to take you seriously. Why? Because some of that baggage and some of the lies that y'all tell is very clear. It's out there. So you can't keep telling these lies and acting like, you know, these issues don't exist when it comes to women, because it's being presented, it's being shown, and men are moving accordingly. So in my opinion, I think for women who have a hard time getting a good man or a decent man or the man that they might want, is because that man just don't see you as enough importance to take you seriously. He just don't. And there's something about you that is clear to him. And it's part of the reason why he doesn't take you seriously, because he see you for who you really are. No matter what you tell everybody else, he sees you. Like he said, he busting this chick down, threesomes and all this, and she over here telling another guy that she don't like, oh, she don't do this and she don't do that. Nah, because she don't want to. We said it before. Women put all these standards put all these standards out there for the men that they don't really want. Because the men that they want, he don't have to have any of that. We've said that 1,000 times. These men are going out here working hard, working their fingers to the bone, trying to get all this money. Let's get this money. Get your money now, but don't get your money. This is just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Get your money. Do what you need to do for you. But if you're just out here trying to get money to build up a certain level of money for what, to try to appease these women who say, oh, you need to make 6 figures, you need to make this, you need to have this and that to be with me, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Because I don't think that any man should be solely building himself up strictly to be with a woman, a specific type of woman. Because I guarantee you that specific type of woman that's only there for your money, that's the only reason she's there. That's all she's there for. If you got to build yourself up to go get with a gold digger, you set yourself up for failure. This is what I be saying, like, oh, get your money up so that you can get any woman you want. Oh, like you mean to sleep with? Because maybe if you're just looking to sleep with them, okay, maybe that'll work out. But if you're a type of dude and you just saying, oh, I need me a baddie and I want, this gonna be my girl, and you really want to be with her and all of that, child, she gonna give you a run for that money that you just work hard for. I'm just saying, because she's not there for the right reasons. She's not gonna be there just because she want to be with you. She's gonna be there for what you can provide. And how you gonna know that is she gonna have the highest requirements for you that she's ever had for any other man that she slept with. Why would you want to come behind a woman who's had men that didn't have to do a goddamn thing? They didn't have to do anything. They just showed up because she was attracted to him. She gonna give him what he want off rip because she's attracted to him. But then she looking at you, she ain't really attracted to you. So guess what? You got to bring all the money. They don't even really be wanting to sleep with you when they're not. They tell you if a woman don't want to have sex with you, she's not attracted to you. If she's not physically attracted to you, she's not gonna want to sleep with you. She's gonna make every excuse in the book to not sleep with you. When she's giving it to all the other ninjas and pookies and ray rays, because that's who she was attracted to. That's how you know. If you giving this woman, taking her out to all these fancy dinners and you doing all this stuff for her, and you look around and you like, well, damn, come on, you want to come over to my crib? You know what I mean? Come over. And she like, oh, I always making excuses. She's not attracted to you. Just telling you, she's not. She's not. A woman that's physically attracted to you, child, you're not gonna have to do all that. She's, and if she's a respectable woman, even the respectable women, you're respectable, and you might not, you're gonna get to know the guy a little bit, you gonna, go on out with him and stuff like that. And if y'all hugging and maybe kissing here and there, she's attracted to you, it's gonna happen. I'm just saying. And I mean, if that's the person that you are attracted to and you want to be with and y'all end up being together, I don't see anything wrong with it. But how she's not attracted to you, she's not gonna want to do nothing with you. She ain't gonna want to kiss you. She ain't gonna want to sleep with you. She ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna always make excuses, but she gonna steadily be asking you for stuff. This is how she gonna always, well, can you get me this? And I want to go here. And then she want to have all these experiences, but she not gonna want to have that experience of sleeping with you. That's the experience she don't want, because she's fantasizing and thinking about the pookie that put it on her a week or two ago. That's where she want to be there. She wants you for your money. You worked hard to get this money, to get this woman, and this woman don't even want you. All she wants is your money. and she gonna go bust it over for Pookie like she been doing it because she don't require him to bring nothing to the table because he got what she wants and she's attracted. That's how a lot of women operate. And I don't care. You can have a PhD, a DHD, hell, a EMT, whatever. That's how a lot of women operate. Your level of education and all that has nothing to do with it. You can come from any walk of life, have all these, you can have the education, you don't have to have it. All of these women think the same. So to me, I think it's pointless to think that you just gonna get all this money and you gonna get the woman of your dreams. No, you might. I mean, she might give you some, but if it all depends on if she's attracted to you. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue. Hit the like button, y'all.
Talk to a woman, and the first thing they'll tell you to try and show you're less of a man is what? You don't get no pussy. They don't say you don't get no marriage. So when they say you don't get no pussy, what are they saying? Frequent. You get the fuck around, which means they value you higher because other women have fucked you.
Ooh.
If women see other women fucking me, which has happened,
oh my God,
they have literally come to me and said, well, I'd like to do that with you. Do you mind? Then it got to the point where they was like, well, I'll pay you to do it because I see what happened when you fucked that girl. Her numbers went up.
Oh, Lord.
I would like for you to do it for me. Now, why are they doing this? Because they know if I fuck this fine girl, when I was in college, the first week I had a fight. This girl was a model. She was not my girlfriend, but they didn't know it. Me and her would hang out all the time. I went to the fucking club with this bitch. We were just up there just laughing and drinking and whatever the fuck. Went back next week. Bitches that wouldn't talk to me was walking up to me because they saw I was with that bitch. Mm. So women literally will go after the same man.
They
do. I did stories all week. One I'm doing right supposed to be doing right now, but I had to came to say this. Woman gets killed. She's a side chick of a man that's married. Y'all have heard this story since time immemorial. Y'all have heard men say the thing that attracts women to them the most is their ring.
Yeah.
They'll say having this ring on makes more bitches want to fuck me.
That's
bitch don't want to fuck a lonely nigga. Be at the bar by your motherfucking self with no friends, just sitting there drinking. Yeah. Ain't no bitch gonna walk up to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The Tommy Sotomayor is a mess, but he's telling the truth. I mean, listen, he's telling the truth. Women have confirmed this. Women have confirmed this, that look, women try to hit on their husbands. They see a ring, they know, oh my God, he's the commitment type. Let me go holler. They try to ease their ass up and be talking to your man and stuff like that. You know, yeah, because they think, oh, okay, let me see if I could slide on in there and see what if I could get something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it is true. Women have confirmed that. You know, I don't know. You know, women, which I always thought was weird. Honestly, I particularly thought it was weird. You know, why would all the women go after this one guy? Like y'all more than likely, none of y'all are gonna get him for real. Yeah, y'all gonna get him physically. That's it. Because that's all he wants from y'all. But what tends to happen is the majority of those women who he play around with, who are the fun girls, he don't end up with them. He end up marrying somebody totally different. I've watched this play out so many times from high school and up. Those girls never get the guy. He never, all these women who he busting down in high school and college, he not gonna marry a bust down. No, he doesn't marry a bust down. You see him years later, he done married a whole nother girl who you don't even know. She comes from a whole nother school. She comes from a whole nother background. She's a respectable young woman. That's who he marries and has a family with. He don't marry the bust downs that's sleeping with him. Like, no. And this is why I don't understand. Women see this and they know this, but they still carry this type of behavior into their adulthood. This starts in high school. You see this happening. You know, I had girlfriends who were sleeping with older guys in high school. Did they end up being with those guys? No. But I will tell you, the young sweethearts who were, considered girlfriend and boyfriend, who were sweethearts in high school, graduated, went to college, still was dating. It wasn't a whole lot of them, but the ones who were, they ended up married. They had this, this bond early on. They ended up married, having children. Now their kids in college, out of college, grown, and they still married. So that happens. But the girls who were sleeping with the captain of the football team and all this, the popular dudes, them dudes didn't marry them. Not one of them. He go marry somebody else that we didn't even know, not even from our school. So, and a lot of those women are still single now, baby mamas, single baby mamas. Most of them weren't married to this day, 40, 50 years old, still single. So it ought to tell you something. This is nothing new. It's just a cycle repeating itself over and over and over. And people just getting older doing the same old things. They're not learning from them, from their past or their mistakes. They're not learning. You keep doing the same old thing, thinking you're going to get a better outcome. And when you don't, you're confused. All these niggas ain't shit. Like, come on, that y'all got to be honest with y'all. It's not all the men, it's y'all too. If you out here as a bust down and you with a dude that's just sleep with a bunch of women, do you think that that's the optimal choice for marriage and commitment and relationships? No. So if he's not, you're not either, because you're no better than him. But for some reason, women put themselves in these positions, but they act like they're better. That's all I'm saying. Look at it for what it is, except that if you fooling with a man that's willing to bust you down and bust your friend down and bust everything down around you, if you're willing to be with him, then you whatever you get out of it, that's what you get. Except the fact that you a bust down, you allowed it. You know he's not taking you seriously, but you're still trying to be with him in some capacity. That you have a problem too. It's not just him, it's you too. So I just want women to acknowledge that, not putting all the blame on y'all, because both of y'all share the equal blame, but for some reason, women don't want no parts of it, like they were just innocent victims, and you're not. Classy Perspective, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Classy, he says, I'm glad they don't come to me while I'm enjoying a nice dinner, because I'm not spending any money on them, and I don't want to catch a parasite in my body the way women move nowadays. Oh my God. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I mean, that's how you have to be these days. You can't trust these. Look, and I say this just to clarify, because women try to say, oh my God, you just bash women. No, it's not every woman. I'm just being honest about what the truth is. And a lot of y'all don't like the truth. You want to keep acting like you're this perfect princess or queen or whatever. And the men are just, no, you're participating in the foolery. If you're running behind a man that wants to bust you down, you say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you bust me down. It's all good in the name of empowerment. You're just as bad as him. And the only reason I say bad, because on one hand, it may not be a bad thing. It may be y'all are consenting adults and y'all want to do this, but women tend to make it a bad thing on the men's part side of it. They tend to say, oh, these niggas, all they do is do this and they just screw you and do it. No, y'all was willing participants. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing I have an issue with. You can do what you want to do, but stop when it don't go your way. Then you want to push and push the blame on the men like you had no parts in it. No. Accept it for what it is. That's why I like people who are honest and open about their choices. I can't do nothing but respect your choices, because they're your choices. I can't make choices for you. I can only make choices for myself. I can't decide what other grown adults do. That's your business. But when you start making it seem like you're perfect, you are without any flaws, like somebody forced you to be a hoe. Nobody forced you to be that. If somebody forced you to be that, then that's a whole different story. But if you decide, oh, I want to go do OnlyFans, or I want to go sleep with these niggas in the name of empowerment, and then they turn around and say, we don't want, oh, you're disgusting. You can't get mad at just them because you made that choice to be a hoe. You got to accept the fact that, damn, I chose wrong. I really didn't like the outcome. I enjoy being a hoe, but I don't like the outcome of it. I don't like how people look at me now. I don't like how men like to do, but at least accept your part is what I'm saying. You can't just say, oh, I'm without fault and it's all on the men. Nah, that's crazy to me. Thank you, Classy Perspective. I appreciate you. Y'all trying to act like y'all don't do these things and all the men are just a problem. That's my issue. That's my only issue. I don't care what you do as an adult, but at least be responsible for your choices and be accountable for your choices. If you chose to be a hoe and you didn't like the outcome, was just my bad. Shit, my bad. I chose wrong, and you know what? I'm tired of being a hoe, and I'm gonna switch it up. But yeah, I did that. I chose to do that. I thought it was gonna be something that it wasn't, and Nobody forced me. It was my choice. I was mentally unstable. You know, I came from a shitty background or whatever the case may be. Just be honest about the fact that it's your choice. Nobody forced you to do that. Or maybe you were given the wrong tools, or you didn't have any tools. You didn't know any better, whatever. But take the blame for your choices. Stop trying to shift it all onto men, and that's what they're doing. They act like they have no parts in it, and they don't know what the fuck, and they don't know how it happened. Like, nah, that's crazy. Let's continue. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button, y'all. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. We got about 83 watching, 70 likes. Go ahead and hit the like button. The rest of y'all, about 13 of y'all, something like that. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Also, support via super chat, you guys. I only ask if you give a $5 super chat. That is not going to break the bank. And if that's going to break the bank, I feel bad. But $5 super chat to support the channel, y'all, to support the content. I would definitely appreciate you for doing so. All right. So make sure you guys are supporting in that way, and also hit the like button. Let's continue.
Be at the bar with a bunch of women just surrounding you, laughing and giggling. Them bitches won't even know who you are. They will walk in the middle of that circle and say, I figured you must have been somebody. You want to know how I know? Because a bitch did that to me at the bar. Literally walked up and said, I was just wondering who you were. I saw these people around you. I wanted to be a part of it. That's why it's easy if you got a girlfriend and you want a threesome. You don't go ask a bitch. Let your girl ask. If she asks, they'll be like, yeah, I'll do it. Shit, if she'll fuck you, I will. Especially if your girl look good.
Lord.
Halle Berry could walk in the fucking club and get all your girls to go fuck with her man, and they'd leave. Because it's Halle. So when these women say a lot of things that they're saying, my man Ali been correct. That's why I was sad. I was like, he's telling the truth. It sounds weird. It's easy for women to say, well, I would never do that. We don't do that. Fuck that. Yes, you do. All y'all baby daddy, you can't stand the nigga. All the man you just was with, you hate him. How you hate all these niggas you used to be with if you know how to pick men or if you like good men?
Right.
You don't know how to pick a dick if it came up and bit you. And you don't like good men, because it's a lot of niggas that have been in your life that literally walked up to women and said, I'll give good love. I'll buy your clothes. I'll eat your pussy too. Ooh, baby. Soon as I get from my grandma's house. I think that's the lyrics. It's something like that. But anyway, that's what a nigga would do. And they say, nah, that's boring.
But he ain't lying.
I don't want a man no other bitch won't.
Right.
Men, we all right with a bitch that none of y'all niggas want.
Right.
I don't want the bitch that all y'all trying to fuck, because I'm not trying to live like that with my wife. Women will marry the nigga that they know every bitch trying to fuck.
Right.
Oh my God, listen, he's funny to me. But he's not lying. And they get mad at him because he's telling the truth. This is the truth that they don't want out there. Come on, we're all grown adults. You got to be accountable at some point so you can move past it. Like, he ain't lying. And women have literally said this. Oh, look, it goes back to the whole lame and nerd type of guys. Oh, what they say? Oh, the lame dudes and the nerds in school couldn't get women. The women weren't attracted to him. He was invisible to the women, right? So he couldn't get women because the women were going after the popular dude, and all of them wanted him. It's a known thing. I don't know why women like to play oblivious, like they don't know that this is the case. They know it's the truth. It's the truth. You know, the guys who couldn't get women didn't flock to them. You know, and this is why when they see them years later, I talked about this in the previous video. Oh my God, he looks so good. Oh my God, he's a man. He looks great and he got a good job. Now y'all want to try to shoot. Y'all look a hot mess. He don't want y'all now. Y'all washed up, and now he's coming to his prime, and now he's got it going on. He don't need you now. He have options now. So he didn't have options then, you know. But just say a bunch of women start hanging around him for whatever reason. And start, you know, approaching him and being around him, and he would no longer be the lame nerd anymore. He would be the new popular guy. Now women would want to approach him and would think something special about him because other women are surrounded by him. So it is absolutely the truth. No lies detected. Class's perspective. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Says, If the women like being bent over and being rolled like their name was Seabiscuit, I say be proud with your head held high. No, they can't do that. They can't do that. They can't hold their head high because there's nothing good about it and they know it. You know, it might make you feel good. You might feel good, but then when reality sets in, you realize, damn, this ain't really that good. This is why I say it too. A lot of these women don't like to be honest about their body count. Why? Because you know it's embarrassing. You know it doesn't look good. So this is why they lie about it. Because if you so happy and loud and proud about your choices, you wouldn't be lying about what you're doing. You wouldn't be lying about it. Women wouldn't fight so hard to try to gloss over this whole culture and stuff. Y'all empowered by it, but at the same time, when somebody say, that is not conducive to a healthy, stable relationship, men ain't gonna respect you, you know, men ain't gonna want to marry you and take you seriously with that type of past. Well, why not? Didn't they get mad? Why do y'all get so angry instead of just accepting it for what? That's all I'm saying. Accept it for what it is and move on. I think people will respect you and understand you better. I don't think it still don't mean that men just gonna come out the woodworks and want to marry you, but at least they can respect that. Hey, you know, you standing on business as it relates to your choices. You made your choices. You standing by them. You're not pussyfooting and lollygagging and swerving all around your choices. You're saying, look, I made these choices. I stand on it. That's what I wanted to do, and I did it. I can respect that because guess what? At the end of the day, you have a right to choose what you want your life to be and the choices you want to make. Just own up to your choices. If nobody forced you into anything, then you made these choices willingly. This is what you wanted to do at the time, whether you regret it or not. Stand on business. That's your choices. You made it. Roll with it. You know, make a choice and stand by it. That's it. You know what I mean? My husband used to tell me that, look, make a decision and stand by it. Don't falter and switch up. Because, you know, I've been very wishy-washy a lot of times. I want something, I switch it up. Oh, I want to do this, then I don't want to do it. He's like, no, make a decision and stick to it and go with it. So make a decision, stand by it, go with it. Whatever the consequences are based on your choice, deal with it. Handle that and keep it moving. That's it. Thank you, Classy Perspective. I appreciate you. So yeah, that's what they don't want to do. They want to make these choices and then turn around and act like it wasn't their choice and act like somebody made them do it, or every kind of excuse in the book as to why you made the choice, because you know it's not a good one. Because when people make good choices and they have good outcomes, oh, they're bold about that. You bold and you proud to say, oh, I made that choice. I did that. But you don't stand behind them when you say, oh, I done screwed the whole basketball team. I did that. You don't feel proud of that, child. You try to make excuses as to why and want people to know your background and feel sorry for you. No, own it. Just own it. Let's continue.
And
I just want to. May I respond?
That's why I didn't want you to respond, because I want you just to add something real quick, right? It is the Pete Davidson dude. We keep talking about the dude. Nobody thought the dude was attractive before Ariana Grande and Kim Kardashian got with him. As soon as they get, it's called pre-selection. Like the best way to actually get girls.
I still don't think he's attractive. That's just me. Pete Davidson, nah, I still, you know, but I get, yeah, they made him popular. Like, oh, they would fool with him. I guess it's okay. That's how it's the echo chamber of the Bonnet Crew sisterhood. Like, oh, I'm not, you know, you'll see him. Like, he was never really, you know, attracted all the, you know what I mean? To me, I didn't see him as attractive, honestly. But they like, you know, made him, you know, if Kim Kardashian would sleep with him or Ariana, okay, well, maybe let's go see what's going on. You know what I mean? That's how women think. Let's like follow the leader. If they're doing it, I guess it's okay for us to do it. It's like you don't have a brain for yourself. If he's not attractive to you, just because she slept with him, don't all of a sudden now he's attractive. Nah, like that's not you thinking. If you don't find him attractive, I don't give a damn who he with. He could be with the goddamn president of the United States. I'm saying he could be with whoever. Some real popular, I don't care. That don't mean if I'm not attracted to you, I'm not attracted to you. My mind don't change because somebody else, you know. But that's based on who you deem, you know what I mean? What I'm trying to say, that's somebody that you respect or have a high level of respect for, that you would just make decisions based on them. Like, nah, I don't. I've never been that way, and I just don't. No. not follow the leader. Like whoever you think your leader is, you do what they do, even if it's against your own interest. Even if that's not what you like, all of a sudden you like it because they like it. No, that's not a good way to go. Let's continue.
And I told this story when I got on this place. You don't go to the nightclub to open bottles and all that. Ask the most beautiful friend that you have to go to the nightclub with you. You go there, you say hello to everybody that knows you, you grab a couple of drinks, and you leave early. I guarantee you, by the time that you get home, I didn't know you had a girlfriend. And now you got another one because that's what women do. If women see a man with status, a man with value, and especially a man with a woman that is beautiful, they're going to want her more. And that's what it is. Is nobody likes the toy until the cousin comes in and starts to play with the toy, and all the kids want to play with the toy because motherfucker cousin play with the toy. That's what happens in real life. So I don't understand how is this difficult to understand, or how is this not observable in reality over again. How the ugliest dude got the baddest woman, and all of a sudden the ugliest dude only gets bad woman, one after the other. It's because Amber Rose picked him. Go ahead and see what Amber Rose thought about the guy that is with Madonna. Do you think Madonna will be with that guy if that guy wasn't with Amber Rose before?
No,
like,
I mean Cher.
Yeah, shares. Yes, like she literally said, I got with this dude for whatever reason. Like he has a little bit of motion, but knows nothing crazy. And all of a sudden, 20 women trying to jump on the DMs trying to get him. It's because she chose him and she's the it girl. So that's what it is. Go ahead, Damien. I apologize for interrupting.
Yeah. Tommy, as a reformed coxman, I applaud you, and I can understand. I agree with a vast majority of what you're saying. But what I'm saying is, like, you are saying, of course, women will fight for the top 5% of men on the planet. What I'm talking about is the 95 they don't have to fight for. The majority of the women are going to sit back and let that 95% of men kill themselves to get with them. So
now you got to remember the story I'm doing today. This nigga was a regular nigga that worked a regular job. I had a homeboy. All he had was gray eyes and was light skinned. Them bitches was all over him. He didn't have a job. He didn't have a job, but he ain't top 5%. This nigga didn't have a job. He just had gray eyes and was light skinned.
But that's a rarity. That he had something that was
no women fight over men all the time. It be men that you think why these women fighting over this man.
Yeah, but that's true because it goes back to, like I said, you don't have to have all that money. If it all boils down to whether the woman is attracted to him or not. And he said gray eyes and light skin, a lot of women would go for that. And if they think he's fine, if they think he's cute, he ain't got to do nothing. And matter of fact, as much as a lot of women like to say, well, I'm not approaching no man. That's not how I was raised. You will approach a man that you find attractive. Oh, bet they will. If he's fine enough and you see him and you will approach him. Oh, yeah. Yes, you will. If you find him attractive, you will approach him. All that other shit goes out the window when it's somebody that you find attractive. You will approach him. You'll sleep with him. You'll do whatever you need to do because you are attracted to him. That's what it boils down to. It don't matter how much money you try to throw at a woman. It don't matter how much you try to do for her, how much you try to prove to her that you are catch and you good and all that. She don't give a shit about none of that. All she cares, if she's attracted to you physically, that's all that matters. And you don't have to do all of that. It's been proven over and over and over and over again. All of these expectations are for the men that these women are not attracted to. 6 figures, all these unrealistic, because they always say, well, why are we being shamed because we have standards? No, it's not about women having standards. Of course, you should have standards. It's the unrealistic part of it, the unrealistic standards that y'all know are unrealistic. You're trying to ask these men for, but you're not getting it. So y'all need to stop because you're not getting it. But the idea is to get what y'all would call a simp, a super simp, to do all this shit for you because you don't really like him. So if you know you're not really attracted to him, oh well, shit, I better get something out of him. I better get some money out of him. I better get some things. I better get everything that I can because I really don't like him like that. So I'm just gonna try to see what I can get. That's how they think. Because once again, they give the babies to the dudes that they've been attracted to. They give it all to the men that he ain't got to do all that they really like. He's just not the right guy for relationships. So yeah, it's a bunch of BS, and it don't make no sense to tell men, in my opinion, build your money up for these types of women. I mean, for what? Unless, like I say, unless you just want to have sex with them, but it's gonna cost you. How y'all say it's gonna cost you either way it go, right? It don't matter if you married, whatever, it's gonna cost you. So it's gonna cost you. And how much are you willing to spend for a woman that is not yours? She's not yours. She's for the streets. She's for she's for the highest bidder. She's for the highest bidder. She's not yours. So you working hard to build yourself up and make good money just to turn around and give it to a woman that will never be yours. She's just for the streets. She's definitely take what you offering, and that's it. And if she's really not that attracted to you, you might be hell. You might be find yourself begging to get some coochie from her because she's like, oh Lord. Yeah, if y'all hear how these women speak about men that they're not attracted to, if you could just hear them say it, y'all, your face would be cracked. If you just could hear women say, "Oh, girl, he nice, girl, he make a lot of money, but girl, he ugly. I can't stand how he look. His mouth look funny. Oh, his hairline. Oh, if y'all could just literally hear how they feel about these men, even if he have money. If y'all could see how disgusted a lot of these women are when it comes to men that they're not attracted to. When a woman is not attracted to you, everything about you she don't like. The only redeeming thing you would have is your money. Your money. Your money is the redeeming characteristics, the redeeming factor that she's considering. But these women don't be wanting to kiss a lot of these men. They don't be wanting to do nothing with them for real. When they're not attracted to you, you're disgusting to them. So that's how women think a lot of times. So they don't want no parts of you like that. They'll just talk to you nice and give you a little, make you feel good. Because a lot of these dudes be just happy to be around these attractive women. These women don't be giving a shit. They be like, what you gonna get me? And what you gonna come on? And this and that. And you just be, some of them just be gullible and ready to do it. And you do all that. And then she ghosts you. She going, you can't call her. She ain't answering because she with the nigga that she really like. Just saying. This is why I'm glad that men are recognizing this. The ones who were not privy to this, they realized the nature of a lot of these women. These women, especially these attractive women, hell, and then there's ones who look like wildebeests who act like this too. So it's not just the attractive ones, it's the ones that you be like, come on, now, I know you ain't got these unrealistic standards. Yeah, she do too. So it's just a hot mess. I'm just saying, let's continue.
Let me get it out, brother. We can have it back and forth. I would love it. I'm saying it's just like, yes, but if there are men who have established traits or attributes, whether it's money, status, a reputation for being able to slang dick or whatever, if they have something that separates them from other men, of course the women are going to gravitate that. And to Fatty's point, they're going to want to get it a lot of times to prove they're better than the next bitch. I get that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying, but that is the one off. That is not that's the exception. That's not the
their
rule.
Mindset.
That is
literally women's mindset. It's just okay. It's your mindset not to make money.
Let me finish, Tom. And what's called it? The thing is, the majority of women's mindset is to let men do for them.
Yes.
As opposed to doing for other men. So the majority of women aren't saying, okay, let me get up and try to and do all this for the average guy. That's the 5%, 10% that they will do that for. But the majority of women are expecting men to put in the work to get to them.
But we said that. We said there's a guy I even sang a song about. I said there's a guy doing this. You don't want him though. You didn't hear when I said there's a guy doing all those things you want. You don't want him.
So Damien, and that's the thing, is the thing, right? How many women won remember the Prison Bay dude, the light skinned dude that became a model that had like a drop on his face? And now, yes, or I'm going to go even farther. All these serial killers got a bunch of women sending letters to them, a bunch of them. If you actually go look and you see everything, like for whatever woman, for whatever reason, and I'll say these, and then ladies, you guys correct me, please. Like, why are so many women in mess falling in love with these guys that men clearly recognize that there's some character flaws, might be in jail, might be deadbeats, might have 3 baby mamas, and then we turn around and we ask, do you guys like these guys? No, not me and my friends. Like, why do we get these contradicting like story, and that is kind of
Niggas fresh out of jail. If women's words were true, they wouldn't be fucking at all. But the niggas fresh out of jail getting more pussy than anybody else. And the question is, why would they fuck him at all? These niggas' dick should be dry as hell. They should be sitting around. If all the shit women are saying is true, these niggas should come out of jail and be like, won't nobody fuck with me. This messed up. Wild criminal can't get no pussy these days. But he ain't saying that.
go ahead.
Oh Lord, Jesus Christ! Because that's who they are attracted to. These women are going to the prisons to get babies with the inmates, baby. There's a whole prison website where there used to be one where you could go and sign up to get sperm and make babies with these prisons. They're going for these. They say prison is where it's at. They say prison is where you find all the good men. These men ain't got no money. They ain't got no jobs. They don't have nothing. They're in prison. And they would be willing to put prison money on their books to be with these men, make babies with them, and all these types of things. So these women are walking contradictions. You want all this money from a man and all this money to eat because you're so hungry and all these other things, and you would go to prison and put money on this man's books to be with him and go visit him so he can bust you down from the prison cells, because you that desperate. And he's so fine to you, you don't know what the hell what he doing in prison. He could be a leader of the pack in jail. Putting that thing in everybody. You know what I'm saying? In the male's prison, and you don't care about that. He could be the booty bandit in the prison, and you don't care. You gonna go run to go, but let him bust you down too, and do all this to put money on his books. Are y'all that desperate? But see, women like to paint men as the desperate ones, and these men would do anything for sex. And well, apparently, a lot of these women would do anything for it too, if it's the one that they like. Come on, as women marrying men in prison, you ain't never met this man a day in your life, but you marry him. You met him all, y'all pen pals, and y'all writing to each other. He telling you his sob story. He's such a good guy. You don't know shit about him. He been in jail. He's in jail for murder, but he's reformed. And he's such a good guy. And I love him. And you going there, you letting him bust you down. Some of them even being deleted, going see these men in jail. It's like, what the hell? And then out on the streets, you mean to tell me you can't find not one good man on the out who's out in the world, you know what I mean? Who's not locked up that could take you seriously and be with you? You put your life on the line for somebody who's a criminal that's been in jail for years for some real hard crimes, and you gonna go and say, he's good, he's reformed, and I love him. We're getting married. Like, what? He can't do nothing for you. But the men out here who got jobs, average men who might be a bus driver, who might, have regular jobs, ain't good enough for you? Make that make sense. These men out here who have jobs and taking care of themselves, you too good for them. But then when you get desperate, you go to the prisons, get you a prison bae, and then that's supposed to be better because he fine. He ain't got no other choice but to be fine, right? That's all they do in jail is lift weights, huh? You got all the time in the world to get fined, and that's what you going after? And then get mad because, I watch, what's that, Life After Lockup. And then they do the same thing. You meet these guys and these women too in jail, and they're just using you for conjugal visits and to put money on their books, and so they can and they know they're about to get out. They go hurry up and find them a pen pal. And they go and they say, so they can have somewhere to stay when they get out. So they can at least go get a good meal, get you to buy them some food, and get you to get them some clothes, and they can have a place to stay. And those relationships never really last. Why? Because when they get tired of that, this is using you to have somewhere to go when they get out. And then once they're done with you, they go and ghost you and be gone. Because they don't really want to be there. They only use you. Like, I don't understand how they don't see these be educated women too. Like, just dumb as shit. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Place to stay. They let this nigga live with them. He live in your house. He ain't got no job. He lay on the couch.
Okay. So I think the thing about it is that y'all are talking about desperate women. Women who date men in jail, who who have fetishes of murderous men, and because there are women who do that. They date weirdos They are also weirdos, okay? But you cannot paint this picture. Like every woman who is sane, every woman who is evolved, mature, and educated is sitting here pursuing men fresh out of jail. That is not happening. If all you know are these kind of women, then that's a different story. But we're hyper focused always on the whole, on the slut. Right before I went to get my snack, I heard Tommy talking about hoes lined up to fuck basketball players at games. Yeah, those women exist. But there's also a lot of women who don't entertain that type of stuff.
So
Who
you
aren't
just
behaving that
clarify-
way. So can we wait a minute? So can we find balance in the conversation instead of saying
Let's get
all
the balance.
y'all women think like this? Because it's like,
No,
no,
let's get the
y'all are
balance.
talking about a very specific kind of women.
Yes.
You're
Let's
talking
get the
about
balance. Yes, 1
hoes.
second.
and
It's
you're
fine. It's
talking
fine.
about
Yes, let's
weirdos.
get the balance. Let's get the balance, right? I want Jazz and Alexis, right? Is that fair to say that most women might not be full-blown hoes, but in some point in their life, they engage in hoes activities? Is that fair to say in 2025 that the average age of marriage is 29, 30, 31? So this woman been single for 30 years. Is that fair to say that most women,
That is fair.
they might not be full-blown hoes,
But
but they at the time on their life between,
Yes.
I don't know when they start to 28,
Okay, yeah, sure.
they
So,
engage into all activities.
okay,
That's fair?
sure. So, Okay,
Alexis,
so-
what about you, Alexis?
Huh?
Is that fair
is
to
that
say?
stopping you from anything? Why
No,
is
it's-
this, why are we
I
so
just-
obsessed with
No,
hoes?
no, no, yes, you asked me to be balanced. I'm trying to be balanced, right? Alexis, do you confirm or you don't agree with
No,
that?
I definitely agree. It's especially too because I mean women call it their hoe phase, right? When
Right.
you're going around and like I said, good for your whole, not good for your soul kind of thing. It's like, and then you learn and you realize what you don't fucking want. What you don't want. Like it doesn't
Okay,
matter
so-
if it gets you wet. It doesn't
So
matter.
Alexis,
It's not worth it. What?
So Alexa, let me play these. This is the shout out to Coach Greg Adams. This is the video. Is the perfect woman love nice guys, and that's you. Okay, this is my favorite video to play. This is the Hall of Fame video, right? So Jess, both of y'all, Napa and Melanie, do you agree too that most women have O phases? Like most women might not be full blown O's, but might have a phase where they engage in on O behavior. Can we agree with that, Napa and Melanie? What about you, Napa?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to listen to this, right? The difference between the guys that they really like and then the guys that, oh, and there's you. Let's listen to this.
And here's a secret that many guys don't know, especially in today's day and age, is that women love nice guys. We may not understand how much we love and appreciate them until we're a little older, and we've gotten that sort of asshole phase out of our systems. I'd say by our late 20s, early 30s is the point in our lives when we're just exhausted by jerks and we have no time in our lives anymore for them. So we really start looking for men who we know will be great long-term partners, aka nice guys, right?
Oh my God.
And that's you. And that's
It's disgusting.
I will play this.
How fucked up that is to hear.
This is ladies' first show.
Womanese. That was
Well,
womanese.
this is ladies' first show, so we're going to give it to the ladies. Ladies, this is what all these gentlemen, like even Damien agrees that we're talking about, right? Is you will fuck the guys on your 20s that make you wet, and then when you need to settle down or to go ahead and do have a respectable life and a responsible life, you go for the guy that might not be your type when you were younger, but now he is going to be the one that is solid, has a nice job, is responsible. And
Well, I mean, look, this isn't anything new. This is what we know for a fact. That is a fact. We see it happening. All these older women. This is why they don't. This is why. And this is what this was their instruction. To be honest, this was the instruction for a lot of these younger women. Their parents, their mothers told them, go have your fun in your 20s. Go to college. You don't need to be focused on no man. You don't need to be focused on no nigga. Go and you have your fun and go get your education. And Don't worry about no man. Don't depend on no man. That was their main instruction. Live your life. Have fun. No woman should be tied down to a man in her 20s. Oh my God, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be out having fun. And I always say this. Why can't you meet a nice guy and y'all build a life together and y'all have fun together? But see, that ain't the fun that they want. See, you don't want to be having sex with that one guy and y'all just experimenting and learning and all of that, and that's who you're gonna be with, and y'all end up getting married or whatever, or get married or whatever, you know. They don't want to do that because that was not the instruction. Oh, you can't just be with that one guy and just have her, or be in a relationship and be with that guy in the relationship and y'all explore. No, with the intentions of, hey, we like each other, we love each, we're gonna get married and we're gonna build a life, we're gonna stay together. Oh no, because that's not fun enough. The fun of it all is to be screwing Tom, Dick, and Harry, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, Pookie, Ray, Leo, Jermaine, Cranberry, Juice, and whoever else. See, that's what they instructed you to do. Go out, have your fun. That means have your fun. Do it all. Sleep with this one, that one, and that one in the name of fun while you getting your education. See, not go to college and while you're in college, try to prioritize you a husband, get you a man, somebody that you can have all the fun in the world that you want with, somebody that you can build a life with. No, not that, because that ain't fun. You got to have all the different sizes, all the different this and this. You got to experience. You got to have experience. That's what they say as you get older. You season. That's what that season means as you get older, that you've had all kind of D's, you know, you had all the different kind, and that taught you how to do it, you know, so you learn, you know how the girl say, she say, oh, you learn how to suck and F and back it up, and you learn how to do that by experiencing all the different D's, right? So somehow that's supposed to be a flex, that you season and you know what you do, you know how to throw it back and put it on all the niggas that don't really want you, right? You don't learn how to throw it back and put it on the man that would be your husband, but you learn how to throw it back with all these different dudes who could care less about you, don't want to establish a relationship, or you don't even care about them either. Because you're not looking for a solid, stable relationship / marriage. You're looking for fun because you were instructed to have fun in your college years, which was your 20s, and you had fun. Some of y'all made babies, and then you couldn't recover. Then you hit them 30s, the 40s, and you still can't recover. Now you're looking around, where's my person? Well, you didn't think about your person when you were supposed to be thinking about your person. So now you're in this conundrum. Now you're in this sticky gray area. Like, okay, wait a minute. Now I got my career. I got my job. I went to college, got my education. I had fun in my 20s. I really did it up. I did it. You had a couple of children out of it, some of them. And now you're looking around, well, where is this man now who's supposed to be my man? You know, I did what I was told to do, but now I want companionship. I want a man that's mine and who's going to take me seriously. I had the whole phase and did all of that. So now you want the man who's going to be there for you and take you seriously and build a life with you and do all that. But now, because you've been to college and you're educated, now he has to be the top echelon of men. And this is where the problem lies. Now you want this Superman of a man, but you're not a superwoman of a woman. You're still not the desired woman for the man that you want. You would think after these whole phases and after all this, you would say, you know what? I done had so much fun. I done put myself out there. I done had a baby. I had a couple of babies with Pookie and Ray. You know what? Let me just get me a decent guy because that's what I qualify for. Like, they don't think like that. You don't think, you know what? Hell, I done put myself out there. I know I might not be the most desirable because I really did it up. If I could meet a guy who's like, you know what, you cool, I'll be with you. Come on, we can build something together. Let me know what's going on. Oh, your pass, I got a pass too. You got a pass. All right, hell, let's do it. And he average and he a bus driver. Oh, but shit. We don't want a bus. You don't want him. You don't want to do that. That might say, hey, we all flawed. Hell, come on, let's do this. Don't mind your kids and say, I got kids too. Let's do. Oh no, but he ain't good enough. He ain't good enough because somehow you think your whole phase and your past and all the poor choices you made has no bearing on how a man should view you to be with him. So now your expectations are high. You think you're better after all of those poor choices. You're better, and an average man is not good enough. This is how a lot of women think, and this is why they're having the issues that they're having. You're thinking you're more than what you are, even with all the shit that you've done. You still have this high, how y'all said, inflated sense of self. You think that you're everything in 10 bags of chips, and you can't get an average man. You want the best of the best. But then you don't realize that you're not the best of the best when it comes to dating. He could do better than you. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say what you want gotta want you, and who you want gotta want you. If you think you're so up here and you're looking for a man that's up here, but the man up here is looking at you saying, no, boo, no, ma'am, you're not my type. So if the men that you want don't want you, what do? You just gonna sit down and say you're not gonna settle? You're not gonna take into consideration your past, the poor choices you made. You listened to what they told you to do, and you thought that was supposed to be a good thing, and then you realize that it's not, and it means that you don't qualify for the men you think you should qualify for. What do? So you just don't settle. That's what they say. We're not settling. And you end up by yourself for the rest of your life, bitter and angry and mad, and making it seem like all the men ain't worth anything, when a lot of times it's you that ain't worth anything to them, because they don't see you the way you see yourself. And that's the big issue that these women are having. Let's continue the last little part of this.
You are telling that most women are not dating exactly like this woman described? When they get tired of the assholes, I'm just exhausted of the jerks. So the jerk got you.
They all say that too. They'll all tell you, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yes.
They will talk about, woman would literally tell you to your face how they used to do shit, and now they don't do it anymore. Imagine if a motherfucker told you, I used to drive my car through mud and dirt, and I would rent it out for $5, but now I know my car's real value, so I'm gonna sell it to you for $100,000. Just to hear that sale, you would say, I don't want it. But that's how women are selling themselves. They'll tell you how they whored in college, how they had a one-night stand before, but I don't do that no more. I done found Jesus, and now you gotta wait until we get married to fuck. Wait a minute, it's niggas walking around the streets right now that's gonna laugh at me because I don't know what your head game feel like, but he do.
Yep.
That's why I gotta deal with that. And that's literally what men have to do. We could never tell a bitch, I used to pay these bitches rent and they didn't have to fuck me at all. Now you got to fuck me and clean before I pay a bill.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Listen, a lot of people don't like what Tommy be saying, but he is spot on. They're telling the truth. It's what it is. And I just think a lot of women are in denial, to be honest with you. This don't mean, let me say this for the record. This doesn't mean that every man got it all together, because there are a lot of men who don't know what they're doing when it comes to dating and relationships too. A lot of these men and women were raised by the same single mothers. So there's some men who don't get it, and there's women who don't get it. But like I said, my only issue is women don't see themselves. They don't see that they need to improve or that they need to do better. They're delusional. They think that they are this everything in 10 slices of bread, and you're not. You don't have all the answers. You don't know what you're doing. And this is why you're single, and you have all these unrealistic expectations for men who ain't even checking for you. And then y'all just say, oh, we're not settling. You have no other choice. You can't settle. You ain't gonna be able, you can't do anything, because if the men you want don't want you, you ain't settling, they're not settling. That's the part I think they don't want to accept. No, he's not settling because you don't measure up to what he is expecting and wanting from a woman. That's what it is. So if the man don't want to settle for you, you don't get him. Point blank in the period. That's it. This is why they say modern women are cooked. They are cooked. You're cooked because there's nothing else you can do. You don't want to change your behavior. It's probably too late. You've already made the choices that ruined it for you. So you can't go back and change it. You can't undo what you've already done. And now they're just stuck. Hit the like button, y'all. Please hit the like button, y'all. We got 132 people watching, and we only have 106 likes. Hit the like button, y'all. Definitely hit the like button. All right, let's move on. I got another clip I want to play for you guys, so I want to get your thoughts on this one. Make sure you are hitting the like button and support the channel, you guys, as much as possible. That definitely helps the channel out. I want to play this one. This was, of course, Kendra G. Got to pull these up because it just proves more, the points that we always talk about. I want to play this with y'all, and then we're going to wrap this one up. Here we go.
I see you talking a lot of junk in the comment section. Kendra G Singles, the dating app, is available now on iPhones and Android phones.
C. Irving, shout out to you. Thank you so much for the super chat. C. Irving says, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. How are you? Says, all of the women were in attendance listening to Tommy speaking facts. I'm glad you are covering this, DeeDee. You are spitting facts. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Yeah, he be telling the truth. And a lot of times they don't like it, but he's telling the truth. And they know it. I think a lot of women know this. They just don't want to, admit it. That's all. Thank you, C. Irvin. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Section.
You know what? I'm tired of women looking for rich men. I'm looking for rich women. We're about to switch it up in 2025.
Wait a minute, but aren't you a man now? I know AD in real life. AD, you do very well. You do very well in real life. You would fall into the rich category yourself. So why do you need a rich woman?
See, Urban, I am definitely going to do that because Tommy, let me tell you something. He makes me laugh. And listen, Tommy has been around forever. I first found out about him from my husband, actually, because he would be listening to him like years ago. And some of these other, there were some other guys. I don't know all of them. I don't know if they were considered manosphere back then. I think they were considered, I don't know. This guy, Sonetta, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And there was some other ones. And I think those I think my husband would, I would hear their voices in the background. And one of them was Tommy. So I've been hearing him kind of in the background for years, never really focused too much. But I just know he's been talking this stuff. Like he's been saying this when it wasn't as popular as far as I could recall. But then I started hearing him and listening to it. I'm like, well, damn, they don't like what he's saying, but he's telling the truth. You know what I mean? Anytime you're telling the truth about something that people don't want to acknowledge, they don't like you. You know what I mean? And that's just unfortunate. But listen, the truth is the truth. I don't care whether you like it or not. It is what it is. But yeah, I just think, he's been talking for a long time. And, and a lot of the stuff that he says, I agree with. So yeah, I definitely would like to kind of cover more of what he's been saying. Cause once again, this is not new for him at all. So I definitely will probably be doing that. Ali, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. It says DeeDee Cooking. Thank you, Ali. I appreciate you so much for the super chat and for being here. Thank you once again. I appreciate you. Let's continue, you guys.
Because you know what? I'm going to be like women. I'm not dating nobody that makes less than me.
Mauricio, you know what they did kind of try to cancel Tommy, but he kept coming back. That's the thing. People can cancel you, but they only can cancel you if you just go away. He kept coming back. I know Tommy has several YouTube channels. I don't know if he still has his channels, but he's still here. He's still being able to speak, and people try to silence you. Yeah, I think he's had several channels that was taken down, if I'm not mistaken. But he always comes back. And so this is why I say you can't do nothing but respect him, because he's still here in 2025, able to get his message out there. And even though people probably try to silence you, but you saying stuff once again that's controversial when it comes to women, oh yeah, they don't like it. So they really want you to just go away. This is why you always hear them talking about, oh, these men and these microphones. Take the microphones. No, because if you take their microphones, then yours going to be taken as well. You think you as women are going to be able to continue to speak and have opinions and nobody else can have them? If you take away the microphone from the men's, then yours going to be taken next. And you're not going to have a voice either. You got to understand that one, you can't have one without the other. If you're able to have these platforms to speak whatever it is you want to speak about and have your opinions on things and think how you think, then that goes for everybody. And if they take it away, then you don't think that your privilege of being able to have an opinion and a conversation, you think that that's not going to go away as well. It's going to affect you as women as well. So yeah, and this is why, this is the problem I have with a lot of women, is that you want to have you want to be able to have what you want to have and say what you want to say and have your opinions no matter how harsh they are. You want to be able to grandstand on what you believe and what you feel and think and all of that. But when anybody else has an opinion that contradicts or goes against yours, then you have a problem. You got to understand that people, you want free speech to be able to say what you think and what you feel. They got to have the right to do that as well. It can't just be you just because you don't like it. If you don't like something that somebody is saying, oh, well, just okay. I don't have to like what you're saying. I don't have to agree with what you're saying all the time, but I can respect it. That's your opinion. I have mine. We're not going to always all agree on everything. No, I might agree on some points. I might disagree on another, but it's cool. We just agree to disagree. I'm not going to see. That's the thing. That's the only thing that I will say. I don't, and I will say this because I don't like to debate people. I don't like to give that energy because, you know, I don't know, you know, and I say this all the time, which, you know, is part of the reason why I haven't done a whole lot of panels is because I'm not going to go back and forth with you to the extent of arguing. Now we could go back and forth, but I don't like to debate people is because you're going to have your opinion regardless. That's your opinion. And I'm going to have mine. And I don't want to discredit your opinion or what you think or what you feel. And I don't want you to discredit mine. And I think that's what we see a lot. You're never going to get somebody to come to your side of in the way you think. If they've been thinking this way for years, you're never going to convince somebody to come to your level of thinking and based on your experiences or whatever. So all we can do is agree to disagree. We can have the conversation. We can go back and forth. But at the end of the day, you got it. If that's how you think and that's what you go ahead. But allow me to believe and think what I believe too, based off of whatever my experiences or whatever. That's it. That's how I feel about it. I'm not going to argue with strangers on the internet because people believe what they want. And you have the right to, but I do too. So ain't no debating on experiences that I've had, things that I actually know. It can't be a debate on that because that's my experience. If you're just having an opinion on something, you're off an assumption or something that you think, but you've never gone through it, then that's just what that is. That's an assumption based off of what you think, not your experience. So I think this is why I say when you have the experience of certain things, now we all have not experienced everything. So this is why I give credit or credence to people who have had certain experiences that I may not have experienced. If you've experienced a deadbeat man who didn't want to do anything for you and didn't care about you and took advantage of you, that's your experience. I'm not going to tell you, oh, that didn't happen. I'm just going to tell you, okay, that's your situation. And based on what your experiences are, if you keep having relationships with deadbeat dudes who don't do anything and they're just bums and you've got 3-4 baby daddies with bums, then I'm gonna look at, damn, that's a lot of bums. But why you keep attracting and dealing with bums? I think that's a legitimate question. Why you keep picking bums? Why you keep picking that type of guy? When you've had the first experience with it, right? You realize this ain't going nowhere. Oh my God. What did you learn from dealing with that first bum? There's got to be a certain pattern. Oh, you meet him, he ain't got a job. Oh, he living in his mama's basement. Like y'all say, the fat dude eating the Cheetos sitting in the basement ain't got no aspirations or goals. He got no job. He just sitting there, ain't doing nothing. But you going to that basement and you sleeping with him. So red flag number one, poor decision right now. Oh, you sleeping with a bum in the basement of his mother's house eating Cheetos. They don't have no dreams or goals, aspiration. Why are you doing that? What is it about? So now I'm going to ask, what is it about you? Why you sleeping with a bum in the basement, right? Then that break up and then you go get another one. He's same thing. You keep doing that now. My focus is not on all the bums in the basement, but you. Yeah, they foul, but so are you. The so are you is the part that they don't want to acknowledge. They want you to keep focused on the bum in the basement and not why they keep picking the bum in the basement. What is about you that you didn't learn from the first one that would allow you to keep picking that same type of guy? That's where women have the pushback. They go to making excuses and, you know what I'm saying, and flip-flopping and going all over and to everything else. But the fact that, hey, maybe there's something about you as to why you keep picking these types of guys. That's the pushback they don't want. They just want to say, oh, that bum in the basement, all 4 of them that you gave babies to, oh, they all trash. Oh, these niggas ain't this and that. Oh, they all trash. Okay, that's what they want the focus to be on. But I gotta say, damn, 4 times? all bums in the basement. Well, okay, now I got you put the mirror at you. Why the hell you keep picking? You know what I'm saying? So that's how that always is. You don't want the focus to be on you. You just want to keep being on those guys, and you want no accountability for your choices because you keep choosing them. So there's something to be said about that as well. Your choices, because they are yours. But I wanted to just say that. C. Irving, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, wow, your husband rocked with Tommy back in the day. Your husband definitely knows his old live streams. Tommy is known in Europe, can't silence the truth. Right. Yeah, I remember Tommy. I wasn't a follower. I didn't know about him. But yeah, he remembered Tommy because I was telling him about this live stream and how I was watching Tommy Sotomayor. He was like, yeah, he quoted him. Like, he knows how Tommy talks. Tommy been talking the same way for years. He has not changed. He's been saying what he's been saying for a long time. So it's what you get. It's what he's known for. So, you can, and people complaining about his delivery and how he talks, he's been doing that for years. So I don't think he's going to change up now. Just saying. Thank you, C. Irvin. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Let's continue, you guys.
Well, most of the women I meet make less than me. Much
Well, that's
less.
how it's supposed to be, AD. You're supposed to. Okay.
Why can't I have the same feelings as women?
Because you don't want. Listen.
Why can't I don't care?
Why. First of all, rich men, y'all like things your way, right? So it's hard to, and a lot of times money is the motivation that makes the women deal with the stuff that comes along with you guys. So
men don't get it. We never get it our way. I'm here to defend all men. Men, we never give it exactly our way. We always are more lenient towards women. What do you want to do today, baby? Where you want to go eat, baby? Hey, where would you like the vacation? So we never ever really do it our way, ever. Men are basically built to help service women. That's it. That's the role we tend to play. But you know what? It's 2025. We switching it up this year. And guess what? The next date I go on, I'm sliding her the bill.
Now listen, it's interesting because I'm seeing y'all in the comments, like y'all saying, oh, he sounds moist. Oh, you sure he like women? Everything is for women. We basically just entertainment managers, right? Now it's interesting that a couple of people here saying he sounds moist. Does she really like? Because that was all in her comments. I wrote it down. In them comments, those women were saying he's an old queen. It was like he has a flamboyant spirit, child. They were saying sugar is in his tank. They said he's not looking for women. They're like, he's giving let's go shopping and pick out an outfit and some makeup vibes. They're saying that this man he's telling him, live in your truth, sir. It's 2025. He's sassy. These are some of the comments that was being said under this video. And it's interesting how when men speak a certain way, they automatically put you in a gay category or you this and you that. But they never like to call out when they are, shooting for the same team, when they're lesbians and they're out here with these girl trips fooling with these women. Once again, I do think it's a projection. I really do. Every man doesn't sound the same. And my thing is this, I'm not going to just start making these claims on somebody that I don't know. You don't know. This is why these women pick wrong. You'll be picking a dude that sounds very masculine and all this. And guess what? He be the one that be on the DL. I'm just saying, this is where that DL stuff came from anyway, where these women were finding out that they're masculine men who go to the gym 24/7 at that gym all the time around all this sweaty balls and all of this. And this thing, you found out he's into sweaty balls. I'm just saying, there are many cases of that. Well, even wives have found out that their husband was on that team and he wasn't walking around talking like this. He was talking like, what's up? Like a regular dude, very masculine presenting, but while he was into sweaty balls. So you can't really tell like that. This is why I say women are confused as hell. Y'all really be thinking that y'all know what's up, and that's why y'all keep making these horrible decisions when it comes to men, because you have this mentality that is stuck on stupid, that you just really see one way of thinking, and that's how y'all get messed over. So he talk like he talk. Oh, everybody's saying the man is fruity. Once again, and I will say there are a lot of men who fool the hell out of these women who were talking masculine like a real G. Like, hey, you ain't nothing wrong, acting tough, masculine, and like was into sweaty balls. I'm just telling you. So you can't go by that, is all I'm saying. You can't, that doesn't apply all the time. You know what I'm saying? I remember there was this dude that I used to work with years. Well, I wouldn't work with him, but he was shooting for the same team for the person that I work with. But guess what? Call, talking like a man. What's going on? How you doing? I want to speak to such and such. And I mean, there's walk like a man. And there's nothing about him that said he was shooting for the same team, that he likes sweaty balls. Nothing about it. But he was openly liking sweaty balls. Openly. So everybody knew, but he come up, all the women talking about, ooh, how fine he was. He was in shape. He walked like a man. He didn't talk like he talked like a man. All of that, very masculine presenting. And he likes sweaty balls. So you can't judge it by that. That's all I'm saying. Let's continue.
The next day you go on. So that would be the moment that she would go to the bathroom and you would never see her face again.
Why? Why is she going to the bathroom?
First of all, a woman should never pay the bill on a date. Why would you want her to pay the bill?
Why not?
Why do you want her to?
Why do I always have to pay the bill?
Why would you not want to pay the bill? Why would you not?
I've been paying the bill all my life. You know what? This is my thing. I don't even know if women have wallets. If they got a wallet, I ain't never seen one.
They're telling you to go to therapy. Like, if you make your money, you do what you want to do with your money. But I think you have to understand, men talk about being providers forever. And I don't understand all of a sudden when you got the money to provide, why y'all don't want to provide. Like, that's
I don't think that men talk about being providers. Men are bred to be providers.
Exactly.
It's not like we ever really had a choice. They just immediately told us that you're going to support the household.
Right.
Period. I don't mind the role. I really don't. I don't mind the role, but a lot of times I hear women, and not Kendra, I hear women talk about, I will not date a man that makes less than me. And to me, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. Why not uplift somebody? Why not pick someone up? Especially if you call yourself loving them and cherishing them and open to dating them, why not pick them up? Why not? Men, we've been picking up women all our entire life. Why aren't women willing to pick a man up?
Because they're selfish. It's a selfish nature. Women could work, make all the money, brag about getting to the bag, and they're entrepreneurs and boss chicks and all that, and you still want a man to pay for every goddamn thing. If you're able to make money, why wouldn't you suggest paying something sometimes? It's not that a man who is a provider and can do so, it's not like they have a problem with it, but goddamn, don't you think the man want a little relief sometimes too? Like, don't you think it would be a nice, gesture to at least say, here, babe, I got the bill this time? Or it would make the men be more like, nah, I don't even want her to do it because I know that she would. It's the entitlements for me. And it's not like they always brag once again about not having these women couldn't have bank accounts and all this shit and all that. Now you got them. So what's the point of you not having that? Because you couldn't have it back then and it was a problem for the man taking care of the woman. But fast forward, now y'all, all we need the providers. When the women had the providers, it was y'all saying it was a problem. Make that make sense. So Big Mama was in the house and cooking and cleaning and she was miserable that the man went out and worked and paid all the bills. So that was a problem. Now y'all fought to not be taken care of just to turn around and want a man to take care of you. This is why I say women are a walking contradiction. Y'all are confusing. Oh, Big Mama was miserable. She didn't have a bank account. She couldn't have no say in what, and because she was at the house cleaning and slave work, and he was out working and paying the bills, and she was miserable. So why now? So now you can work, you got bank accounts, and you still want men to pay all the bills. You just don't want to be in the house cooking and cleaning. See, you want to be able to do what you want to do with your money, but you still want him to pay for everything. No, baby, that shouldn't go like that. Y'all are not traditional women. You fought against it. You said it was like slavery to cook and clean and be in the house and taking care of all everything while the man went work. So y'all painted that picture like it was a miserable situation. So now you don't want to cook, you don't clean, you want to do nothing domesticated, but you work and you make your own money. You could take care of yourself. You don't need a man, but you still want a man to pay for every other thing. No, that was reserved for the housewives, the women that y'all say y'all didn't want to be. So you can't have it all. You either gonna be that housewife and nurturing woman, taking care of the house, and get the man that will provide financially and pay everything, or you just gonna be a boss chick, pay for all your shit yourself. Because y'all can't have it the way y'all want it. Y'all can't have y'all cake and eat it too. It's like y'all are tripping, bugging, for real, for real. It don't make no sense. Narratives and dialogues. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, yeah, the loudmouth dude calling other dudes gay be that one shaped like his mama and always with gym dudes. Oh my God. They mad because their secret's getting out, child. Thank you for the super chat, narratives and dialogues. I appreciate you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you once again. Successful MD says, keeping your house clean is slave work. Right. That's what they saying. You got to cook and clean for your kids, right? Why? I don't understand that. It just doesn't make any sense, but this is what they're saying. Oh my God, who wants to cook and clean? Who wants to do this? Who wants to do that? But y'all want a man to pay all the goddamn bills. Why? Who the hell y'all think y'all are? You want the men to pay all the bills while you go work and you can make your money and you can do whatever you want and have a say and do all this and choose to spend how your money. You don't want to pay nothing. And that's what he's supposed to accept. No, y'all modern women. It's a modern society. So y'all are modern women. There's no need for a traditional man anyway. For modern women, it does not go together. This is why they're gonna be doing it by themselves. Thank you, Successful MD. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
This is a serious question.
Yeah, why not? Why can't
Okay, so let
that?
me. So one thing I like to do is give the whole vision. Right,
Okay,
the
let
whole
me hear
vision.
it. Let me hear it.
So I'm a woman. You're
Mm-hmm.
asking I should pick the man up. So I wake up early. I go out in the world to knock down and make money while he's in the house. Now, if he's disabled or something happened, physical, hospital, that makes sense. But while he's in the house and I'm out in the world, out here getting it. So is this the kind of man that you would want your daughter to date?
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that that's the kind of man, a lazy man. I'm saying a man that has a lesser plan than you. His plan in life didn't exactly work out. He needs more direction. Why can't a woman lead him in a better direction and actually give him some growth so therefore he can get there, opposed to always having to be there already? That's what I'm
Listen,
talking about.
I'm not too. I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna just recite what you're saying. First, you said lead. So now are you saying you want the woman to be the leader and not the man? Because
I think in some relationships women do lead. I think
okay.
it's but not all the time. I think sometimes a woman can have a better plan than me. Why not? She can definitely say, hey, if let's just say if she's a real estate broker and she's telling me, hey, guess what? That property over there, that's not it. You need to look across the street. That's where it's at. So sometimes there's always people. I think sometimes people, not just a certain gender, has a better plan. Sometimes people have a better plan. And I wouldn't mind listening to one or at least hearing someone's perspective that may be better than mine. I'm open.
And I think he has a point, and the thing about it, this reminds me of Judge Lynn Toller. Judge Lynn Toller, and rest in peace to her husband. They were married for over 30 years, I think. She talks about how she met her husband. He had 4 kids from a previous marriage. They ended up divorcing. She was like, he didn't have a whole lot of money. And then she was running for judge, I think. And she basically, in a nutshell, talked about how her plan, they agree that would be a better plan for their lives. Like that, hey, she got something that's going that would end up being beneficial and lucrative to the overall goal of the family. So let's just go with that. And he supported her in that. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong. If that's what's going to work for your family, why not? And it worked for them. He still had his career and what he loved to do, and he kept doing that. And it just brought it all together. See, I think nowadays people think Everything is focused on money. Everything is focused on, I got this and what you got. And people aren't coming together and they're not bringing their resources together to benefit the whole. Everybody's just selfish and independent on I do the I, and it should be we together. And I think that's what causes the problem. And especially for women who make money, they're very selfish and they don't want to share. They don't want to see the overall vision when they have to put in. But as long as the man has it all and he's giving all, that's what they're used to, even if they can contribute in some way, shape, or form. They don't really want to. They want to sit back and say, oh, well, my money is my money. If you happen to fall down or if you hurt your, then maybe I'll give something. But nigga, you better get back get up real quick. You better not be down too long, because if you do, I'm out. You know, so there's no grace. There's no real love there, because I don't think love is contingent and based upon how much money you bring to the table. Y'all do what y'all need to do to make y'all family work. And however you got to do it, as long as you're not dealing with somebody who is lazy and doesn't want to contribute or not doing anything, that's a difference. But if you're talking about a hardworking man who loves his family and there, but he just need support from his wife or his loving woman, what's wrong with that when you're capable of doing it? You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. XYZ, thank you for the super chat. Says, hi, D. Kendra Gremlin giving relationship advice, child. Thank you, XYZ. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. But Kish Edwards, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for being here. Classy Perspective, thank you once again, Classy, for the super chat. Says, off script for a minute, the young lady I was talking about on the last live that I told you about that's going in on Black women, her name is, oh yes, I know, love her. I would love to do a collab with her. I would love to, I'm going to reach out. I would love to talk to her because she really be going in. Oh my gosh. I would definitely love to collab with her because yes, she be speaking some real stuff for real. I love her perspective because she makes a lot of sense and women don't like it. Of course they're not going to like it. Yes, I actually am familiar with her. Covered one of her videos, I think. Oh my God, yeah, she really be speaking the truth too. I love her. I would love to collab with her. Listen, shout out to, go over to her channel and let her know I want to collab with her. I'm gonna try to reach out to her. Would love to speak with her because she makes a lot of good sense. Oh yeah, love her. Thank you, Classy Perspective. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
I agree to that. I agree to that. First of all, should I put your business out there? And
Yeah,
AD
go on.
not broke at all.
I'm an open book.
Hold on. AD is actually one of my millionaire friends. Okay. So what's interesting to me is you're talking like a broke guy and you're far from it. So why are you talking from this manner of a man who actually would need this assistance? You don't need that.
You know why? Because I just heard so many statistics where there's so many men that look like me that aren't doing so well. And I just realized that sometimes people need help. People need help. They need somebody that knows better. And sometimes the guy that you're dating may not have the right perspective on his business or anything like that. So a man needs to be open to a better plan. He needs to hear a better plan. And whether or not it comes from a woman or his best friend, he should be open to hearing that. And I think so much that we always hear that man needs to be ready. He needs to be ready. He needs to be ready. But why not letting someone that he's dating help him get in a better situation? There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I think you got to have a conversation with your gender then, because there's a lot of men who don't want to be led by women. There's a lot of men.
I think a lot of men don't want to be controlled by a woman. They don't. And this is the part that women don't understand. See, women, they think the way they think, and Kendra speaks the way she speaks because they don't respect a man who makes less money than them. It's not that he doesn't make good money, and it's not that he isn't productive. It's just he doesn't make what she makes. And so they don't respect a man who's a hardworking man, but doesn't make the money that they make. That's the difference. See, a man could still lead, in my opinion. I don't think the amount of money that you make determines whether you are a leader or not. You can still lead your household. You're going out, you're productive, and you're steadily building. It doesn't mean that you're not a leader, but they equate a leader to him making more money than them. That's crazy. If you make 100,000. He make 80,000. He can't be a leader because he makes less than you. That's so stupid. This is how women look at men. You base a man's leadership, his qualities, and everything else he got going for himself. You minimize the qualities that he has based on how much money he makes. So if he don't make more than you, he ain't shit. He can't tell you shit. That's how they think. And this is why you hear women say, well, if he makes less than me, then I'm going to disrespect him. Well, you're going to disrespect him either way it goes. He could make more than you or not. You're going to find a reason to disrespect him because you are disrespectful. It ain't got to do with how much money he makes. Because if you could give homage and credence and glory to Pookie, who ain't giving you a goddamn dime, if you can give him your body and a baby and all that, and you respect him to the point that you would do for him, then come on, it's not about how much money a person makes. It's about the fact that you just a disrespectful person. That's it. That don't have nothing to do with how much money a person makes. Y'all just using that as an excuse. Rage King Leo, thank you for the super chat, says, yeah, we here, but we don't need to lead. We don't need to be led by my women. Right. I think men. If you're a leader, you're a leader. You don't just because you make less money than a woman, a certain dollar amount, that you can't lead. That's a bunch of BS. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Who, we say this intimidation at times, but there's some men who sometimes can't even deal with a woman doing better than them financially, right? There's some men who feel less than a man if a woman is out there going to get it and he's not able to rise to the occasion. There's a lot of different factors to this. Now there are plenty of examples though, where we'll just use celebrities because we will all know them, right? But I feel like in the example that you are giving, Candy and Todd, to me, fit it as a perfect example. Obviously, Candy was extremely wealthy when Todd met her, but Todd is one of the reasons he had the television background. And together they have built an empire in Broadway plays and different productions. So even though she had a certain component as a money, access, stardom, he had the wherewith talent, and they came together as a partnership. So that does happen at times. It does happen at times.
But don't you think more relationships should be built on? Because me and you had a conversation the other day. I said one of the hardest things in life is for someone to accomplish so much without a person on their side. Without a person on side. Now, once they are successful, it's hard for them to actually meet somebody because they always are questioning whether or not why that person is there. Like, why are they here? Are they here because I'm rich as hell? Are they here because I drive a Rolls Royce? Are they here because I got a big old house? You start questioning yourself. It's so I think if we open up this whole relationship thing, that it's okay for a man to make less than and for a woman to actually pull a man up, it gets a little bit different.
That's true.
No,
I mean, I'm not.
You can't try to take a deep breath because she don't agree with that. That's why these women are single. That is why these older so-called accomplished women will stay single. You can't fathom the idea of working with a man. That's all it is. If you bring in resources, he bring in resources, y'all got more resources. But women, when I said this before, when women make the money, it's like, you ain't getting my money. You ain't. And she speaks of Todd and Candy, but Candy's own mother had an issue with her dating Todd, called him the help. Her own mother made her try to discourage her from being with Todd and marrying her, putting this idea in her head that he was marrying her for her money. So she had to deal with that because her influence was her mother, who tried to tell her that this was the help and you shouldn't be with him, that he there for your money. So that's the kind of stuff that you have to deal with coming from your own mother. So Candy had to fight for that relationship because she cared about the man. She was not thinking about his money in that way. She was like, hey, we can do stuff together. And eventually that's what they did. They pulled their resources together and they built something together. Now they're doing films and all these things. And Candy was already successful. He was doing what he was doing. He was working it. He wasn't sitting down, just twiddling his thumbs, not doing anything. But her own mother tried to discourage her from being in a relationship with this guy, calling him the help. So this stems from somewhere where it be the parents, it be the either single mothers or the mom or the daddy who tell you, no, this is what a man should do. If he don't come with more money than you, this is something that's taught to these people. This is why it's so hard for them to fathom, oh my God, I could be with a man that makes less money than me. Oh my God, something's wrong with him. No. And then you find a man who you think makes more money than you, and then that relationship still don't work out. So that ought to open your brain to say it ain't just about the money. You could meet a man with money and he's still trash. He's still not really into you. He still don't really care about you. And then that relationship still ends. Now he had the money, but what else did he have? So I don't understand why it's so difficult to understand, but they make it more difficult than what it is. Rage King Leo, thank you for the super chat, says, if my woman makes more than me, why does it make me less than? Why? Do women like her feel bitter and successful and alone? Yeah, that don't make no sense, Rage King. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, if you just because a man make less, that doesn't mean that he's less. I always say a man is not only relegated to his wallet. He shouldn't be. That's not the only qualities that he brings to the table. And you shouldn't, as a woman, you shouldn't be out here just looking for a man solely based on how much money he makes. That's a mistake a lot of these women are making. But in some cases, a lot of these women don't really care about the men. They just want the money. But if you're looking for a real solid, stable relationship that's going to lead to something that's real, you shouldn't be focused on just his money at all. If he's a productive person and he does well and he's doing what he's supposed to do and he's willing to be with you and build with you, that should be enough with his qualities and everything else. And the fact that he want to be with you and he seems to care about you and respect you and love you and put you, and he's there for you. Why does the fact that he makes less than you an issue? It shouldn't be. This is why dating is so jacked up, because these women are going out here believing this and it's yielding them single because these men don't want to deal with that. And then on top of that, the qualities that you have are lackluster. You don't even have the qualities that he wants, but you're demanding all this money. That's the real gag. Thank you once again for the super chat, Rage King. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
Listen, I'm not far-fetched from the idea, but also there's just a lot of components in it, right? But my thing is, the way you are talking about a woman pulling a man up, why don't you just pull a woman up? Like
I've been doing it all my life.
Okay, so then what's the problem?
No, I don't have a problem. But it's so many women are waiting for men to have all this money and do all these things. I think we should think more, hey, let's do something together.
Right.
Even if it's later in life, even if you're in your 40s or your mid 30s, we should start thinking like that. Opposed to be like, nah, I'm not going to date a man until he makes at least 6 figures. When we already know 49%, I mean, like I said, I already told you the numbers. Less than 6% of black men in the United States make over $100,000.
They call you sassy, AD.
Huh?
They call you sassy.
I don't mind what they call me. Call me rich first. Put rich in front of my name first, because I already did it and I already pulled it off. So a person like me can never be sassy. So I'm not even tripping on that.
So, but you said something about how do you know the woman only wants you? Listen, here's the deal. She absolutely wants you for the reasons that you described. And you should just be okay with that. You just want to, no, because it's like you work hard to become, like, a pretty girl knows the man wants her because she's pretty, right? So yes, the pretty girl wants a successful man because you're successful. Like, you guys are
But Kendra, Lord have mercy, to say Kendra is in her 40s. Come on, you sound like a teenager talking that don't have no clue of what life is about. That shit about a man want a pretty girl just because she pretty. No, if you're talking about, are you talking about somebody tricking on with these young girls? Like, no, if you really want to build a life with a woman, you want to build a family, establish a family with somebody. You don't want somebody who only wants you for your damn money. Why would you work? That's why I say a man who really wants something stable from a woman, why would he just be okay with a woman just coming and saying, hey, I'm pretty and I just want you for your money, and you just want, not if he wants you for something more. Not if he's saying, I want a wife and I really want to build a life with you and have a family. He's not going, that sounds crazy. That sounds like somebody who's just playing games, like a trick and hold situation, like a sugar daddy or something like that. You just, I don't want a man who don't really want a family and a wife, a man who just want to screw a younger woman instead. I'm rich. So yeah, I know you only want me for my money because I'm damn near 80 years old or something. An old sugar daddy, he just balling, he's a billionaire or whatever. He got money to blow, and he just want a young, attractive woman to spend time with, the rest of his days with. Yeah, I know you only want me because I got the money. So I'm offering. He's going to be a sugar daddy because here, I'll give you the money because I know you just want money and I want your time. It's a transaction. We're not talking about no goddamn transactions. We're talking about somebody who want to build with a relationship. When you say work together with a person, ain't no goddamn what is it? Sugar daddy trying to work with you. I want a pretty girl. I want your time, so I'm gonna pay you for. He know exactly what that is, and she does too. We're not talking about transactions. We're talking about a man who's worked hard and established himself and built himself up. Now he's financially stable. Now he wants a family to share it with, a wife preferably, and to build children and have kids and build a family with the person, somebody to share the life with. So you ain't gonna just be saying, I just want you because you're like I'm a sugar dad and you just attractive and you want my money, so I'm gonna trick you some money and you give me your time. No, that ain't that. That ain't nobody ain't trying to be that. If that's not what you know what I mean, that's crazy. Let's continue though.
Putting together a component, that's what y'all decided to do. I do think it is best. I agree with you. If you met somebody on your way up,
There you go.
But that's not your reality. So now we in the game, coach. Like, one thing about me is we got this game of life. I'm 46 years old.
Mhm.
I tell my age because it puts things in perspective. I'm at my halfway point in my life. I feel like my grandmother lived to 93. So I got like 46 more years left on this planet.
Talk about
I'm not wasting no time. Like, either we got the same plan or we don't. Let's keep it moving. So I feel like you've done well. You did successful. To me, you should have no complaints. You have 1,000 women, and yes, she's gonna be with you because of your success. That's just what it is.
Kendra, can I tell you this?
Huh?
You look so pretty today.
Oh,
You look good, girl. Now you're killing it today.
It's the blonde. It's the blonde.
It's the blonde. Blondes have more
But this
fun.
wig is gonna be going tomorrow because I gotta go in the sauna.
You look good today.
Hey,
You look good
to my
today.
show. They're getting upset.
Okay.
I'll get to my show. Bye.
Baby, okay. If that's how he feel, all right. I mean, if that, okay, whatever, that's your opinion. All right. But anyway, yeah, this is foolish. Yeah, this is why these women are cooked. They cooked. And unfortunately, a lot of the men gonna be cooked too. Because if you really looking for a good woman to be with, whether you marry her or not, because there are a lot of people who are in relationships, committed relationships, and they're thriving and living well. So even if you don't sign that paperwork, you still got you a good woman that you with or whatever. Y'all living your life. I know a lot of people like that, and they living just fine and be together for years and years and years. If that's your choice, that's your choice. I'm not mad at it, but at least they got something. There are a lot of men, unfortunately, are running into this issue because they cannot find women who want to be committed wives or committed to one man. They out here trying to get to the bag and finesse men, and they want sugar daddies and old sugar daddies just for the money. They don't want the relationship aspect. They just want the money. And that's a problem. And that's a problem for men who actually want committed relationships and want kids. A lot of men don't have kids and they want to be married to a woman and have to do it the right way and have a family. Y'all having a hard time getting that because these women ain't the right fit. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to use men and all this kind of stuff. And that's why it's a divide, in my opinion, between men and women coming together and making and developing relationships, especially in our community, is because they don't want it. They're not on the same page, and they out here arguing about whether he don't make more money than me because I work hard. I don't want him. Well, that's why you by yourself, hell, and you gonna stay by yourself, and y'all gonna they be getting sperm donors and making babies to become single mothers and shit. It's just a hot mess. It's backwards, y'all. It's just all over the place, and it's gonna continue to be that way until something changes, whatever that's going to be. All right. So listen, I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. Thank y'all once again for being here. Shout out to everybody who joined the live stream. I appreciate y'all. Finally got the likes up. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to the people who gave super chats and cash apps. Thank y'all so much for supporting that way. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Thank y'all so much for being here. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you have not subscribed and you like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Share and like the stream, y'all. Share and like the videos. Go watch the videos that are posted on the channel and hit the like button on them. That definitely helps out, y'all. Leave your comments, share them if you can. Thank you, Lorenzo. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Listen, I will try to be back tomorrow. I don't know if I will be or not. I would keep the notification bell turned on because now I gotta go on Eileen panel because I already said I will, so I gotta do it. So check me out over there. I'm not sure what time yet, but I will be on their panel as well. So check me out over there. Hopefully I can come on here and do like an hour live stream for you guys to share more content, spread some more knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Lost in Translation. I appreciate you. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you. Thank all of you guys for being here. I appreciate y'all for, you know, rocking with me and just having an opinion and being able to give your thoughts and share them. I appreciate y'all for that. So shout out to you guys. Y'all be safe out here in these streets. Stay tuned for more content. Once again, make sure you guys are watching the videos posted on the channel and share and like them if you can. I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. All right, you guys. Thank y'all so much. I will see you really, really soon. Y'all be safe. Mwah. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.